been a year since the release of Lucifer Season 6, and we're still not over the fact that there won't be another installment. Did you guys know that Tom Ellis is a singer? He actually sings in the series, but the thing that surprised me the most is the relationship between Tom Ellis and Lauren German on the set of the show. They're so close! Here are the best bloopers of Lucifer from the very beginning to the very last episode of the series. We'll start off with a blooper in which Ellis gets interrupted by what seems to be an enormous insect. In the blooper, we're seeing Ellis and his beautiful co-star, Lauren German, when all of a sudden, the fearless devil gets scared of a bug. Who could blame him, right? I mean, I would have had the same reaction, if not worse.
Look. No, it's not.
Oh my god, it's so big. It's so big.
Is it gone?
Anyway, the blooper is hilarious. The devil is in the details. That just proved to be true. Before we continue with more incredible bloopers, you need to know that this content will get better and better. And since we all have finished the show in a day, we can all enjoy watching Tom Ellis, Lauren German, and the rest of the show's cast laugh and sometimes even curse in these hilarious bloopers. Here's another blooper in which we're seeing German doing, well, we're not exactly sure what, but it seems like she's mimicking something or someone crying. It really looks like the actors had so much fun on set. Then there's our beloved devil just preparing for his lines before he has a discussion with his therapist. He has a really interesting technique, we'll give him that. During the blooper, he says, "Smash that like button if you haven't done it already." Now this is one of my favorites. In this blooper, we're seeing Amy Garcia being Amy Garcia by doing what seems to be a fun dance before Ellis starts laughing, saying that he just can't continue after what he saw, asking, "What was that?"
Boom. God, okay, go!
As for the forbidden words used in the series, we tried an F-bomb and it just felt a little weird. It was good that we tried it because we sort of wanted to see how it felt. Co-showrunner Joe Henderson explained to TV Line after Netflix saved the series for a fourth season in 2019. He further explained that this was like when you get a toy and you start playing with it, and then you start to realize that maybe this toy, as fun as it is to play with, isn't the right toy to play with on the show. Families watch our show like older families, and while we wanted to both make a show that pushed the boundaries, we also didn't want it to feel unnecessarily profane. We did say shh a couple of times, and we used a bullsh when absolutely necessary, or we tried to. Let's see some Dan bloopers, shall we? Here's Kevin Alejandro just trying to rip off a flyer, only that's not his initial intention. He's doing great. And then there's the amazingly talented Lesley-Ann Brandt just casually dancing and enjoying her time on set. If that insect didn't scare Lucifer and Chloe, this chicken did. Look at Lauren just trying to get as far from it as possible while Tom is chasing it away by saying, "Get off my bridge."
Oh my god!
Hi, sorry.
Get off my bridge!
Now, there are a lot of fans who believe the character of Lucifer Morningstar is based on Lucifer from the Bible, which is not true because the character was originally a supporting character in the DC Vertigo comic book, The Sandman, written by Neil Gaiman, which was recently adapted into a Netflix TV show. Have you guys seen the show? What do you think of Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer? For those wondering why wasn't Tom Ellis cast as Lucifer in Sandman, it's because Tom Ellis is nothing like what the character is portrayed in the comics. Lucifer is only loosely based on the comics' basic storyline and themes. Back to the bloopers. Here are Linda and her lovely husband, aka God, just casually talking when all of a sudden, someone on set says, "Oh fuck." At the end of the blooper, Rachael Harris says that she lost her acting boner by the person who decided to yell those words in the middle of a scene. Girl interrupted. Seeing Amenadiel laughing that hard seems a bit weird, don't you think so?
Nope, can't do it. What?
Can't do what?
I heard an oh. What happened? I heard an oh. Somebody said, oh.
So what happens when the acting police arrive at a scene on Lucifer's set? Well, here's actual footage of Ellis reassuring German that she has nothing to worry about because, as he says, the acting police are here. Apparently, Linda wasn't ready to marry Amenadiel the first time you popped up the question. Here, see it for yourself. Now, did you guys know that Tom Ellis really sings during those scenes where he plays the piano? We saw the titular character playing the piano repeatedly in his nightclub, The Lux, and singing with enthusiasm. Apparently, the singing is all done by Ellis himself. The actor does sing his songs, but he doesn't play the piano. Most of you will be surprised to know that he did play the trumpet and the French horn when he was younger, but he said that he was never impressed by piano, so he never learned how to play it. Discovering that this man can sing makes me want to binge watch the entire show again. Sometimes when these actors tried their best to learn their lines and got deep into character, they would still face a problem. Sometimes, just sometimes, a donut box would cause the problem, such as the case in this blooper with Ellis losing his when he can't close a donut box. But what happens when the actors get out of character in the middle of kissing? Well, here are Ella Lopez and Dan kissing when they get a piece of advice from the crew. A crew member tells Kevin to put Garcia on the ground and maybe hop down and start at the waist. Well, that must have been awkward. Then we have German and Tom again in a blooper in which Lauren tells Ellis that his hand looks like a cheese pizza.
Oh God, it looks like a cheese pizza.
I know.
By the way, did you guys know that Lucifer was first intended to be American? Yeah, we know. We were surprised as well. Ellis has a pretty obvious British accent, and we just can't imagine him as an American. Evidently, Lucifer was initially meant to be American, just like everyone else in the series. But when asked to read for the part, Ellis, who's Welsh, thought that the character was a bit rude, arrogant, and idiotic when he spoke with an American accent. That's why the creators decided to make him British after all. Back when Lucifer was explaining the rules of hell to Chloe, he was also keeping himself safe from the ongoing pandemic. In this hilarious blooper, they seem to have fun going into hell with some extreme measures. They put on their masks when all of a sudden, Chloe says she doesn't have sanitizer. For those not familiar, the first 2 seasons of the series were shot in Vancouver, despite the fact that the show was set in LA, and despite the fact that the pilot had actually been shot in the City of Angels. Here's a short scene of Dan just being natural. And then there's Rory, Lucifer's beautiful rebellious daughter. In this blooper, the devil tells Maze that the fun has just begun when suddenly here, see it for yourself and enjoy the good laugh. Here's the fan-favorite couple just shooting a scene when they get interrupted by actual kids. Obviously bored, Ellis asks the crew whether they can start shooting. Here's another interesting fact. Lucifer's true face, the one with all of his demonic features and red fiery eyes, was all done thanks to improved technology. Yes, the whole face is an incredible work of CGI. As Ellis once said, you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. Here are some short bits of the cast from the series doing helicopter noises. Obviously, the cast has become really close behind the scenes. It's only natural when you have to spend at least 12 hours a day together. Based on this, the cast was having a lot of fun during those hard-working hours. According to TV Insider, there were many pranks on set. See you in the next video.